Frank de Boer is the new manager of Atlanta United, but despite the Dutchman's worldwide reputation, the signing doesn't come without an ounce of uncertainty. Thanks to some varying results at his former clubs Ajax, Inter Milan, and Crystal Palace, the coach's arrival comes with mixed reviews. After a high-profile success at Ajax, de Boer was one of the hottest coaching names in European football, even as recently as 2016. However, subpar results at Inter Milan and Crystal Palace have tarnished his reputation that was previously unblemished. What went right at Ajax and wrong at Inter and Palace? Let's look at his background. After a playing career highlighted by success at Ajax, Barcelona, and with the Netherlands in 2 World Cups, Frank de Boer began coaching in the Ajax youth setup before becoming the first team manager in 2010. De Boer brought success immediately. Upon his appointment, Ajax had suffered a 7-year title drought in the Dutch top tier, an eternity for a club as prestigious as Ajax. De Boer quickly corrected ship, winning the Eredivisie in year 1. And the 3 years after that. Ajax and de Boer made history as the first time any club had won 4 consecutive Eredivisie titles. With the success at Ajax and the players he developed, de Boer had built a great reputation in the soccer world. To no surprise, he started being wooed by larger European clubs. Atlanta United president Darren Eales even interviewed him during his tenure with Tottenham Hotspur in 2014 after the team parted ways with Andre Villas-Boas. Tottenham opted to hire Mauricio Pochettino, and de Boer took over at Inter Milan to start the 2016 season. It didn't go well though, and the impatient Inter ownership cut ties with him in the middle of his first season. 7 months later, de Boer had a fresh start at Crystal Palace, but things only got worse. De Boer's challenge in the South London club was enormous. Transform a side previously led by Sam Allardyce and make them a technical, possession-based team that de Boer had at Ajax. The problem was that the club didn't support de Boer in the transfer market. Crystal Palace only spent money on 4 players in de Boer's only transfer window there, with 3 of those players being defenders. Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha commented on de Boer's brief time at the club, stating, quote, "There wasn't really the right mixture of players for the way he wanted to play," end quote. The result was an ugly mess. After 5 games, Crystal Palace hadn't even scored a goal and cut ties with the famous Dutchman. But just over a year later, de Boer finds himself for the first time taking over a team that isn't in turmoil in Atlanta United. And much unlike Palace, Atlanta United have been groomed by former manager Tata Martino to play the kind of system that de Boer had success with in the past. So can he replicate that Ajax success in Atlanta? Only time will tell, but we can't wait to find out.